Welcome to Yash Sampat Educator.
Hello everyone, I welcome to you all to this weekly current affairs series. So friends, let's go through the headlines first. So our first news is National Energy Conservation Day 2022 was celebrated on 14th December. Second is National Minority Rights Day 2022 was celebrated on 18th December. Next is FINA World Swimming Championship 2022. Chahat Arora sets national record in 100-meter breaststroke. Next is World Athletics. Neeraj Chopra became the most written about athlete in 2022. Sargam Kaushal wins Mrs. World 2022 title after 21 years. PETA India 2022. Sonakshi Sinha named as Person of the Year title. Vijay Divas celebrated in India to mark victory of Bangladesh Liberation War. India successfully carries out trials of nuclear-capable Agni 5 missile. INSV Tarini to participate in 50th edition of Cape Town to Rio Race 2023. ISRO is doing to boost the use of NAVIC, India's version of GPS. NASA launches international mission SWAT to survey Earth's water. So now, let's discuss all these news in details. So friends, our first news comes from the important day section, and that is National Energy Conservation Day. The National Energy Conservation Day is celebrated every year on 14th December. The purpose is to showcase the achievement of the nation in energy efficiency and conservation. This occasion has been celebrated since 1991 when is led by the Ministry of Power. This day is celebrated to raise awareness regarding the conservation of energy, as it is the best way to have a greener and brighter future. Now our next news also comes from important day section, that is National Minority Rights Day. National Minority Rights Day is commemorated on 18th December every year in India. Its aim is to safeguard the individual right of the religious, ethnic, racial or linguistic minorities in the country. This day is a reminder about the rights of minorities and to raise awareness about it. Minority Rights Day in India is commemorated by conducting debates and seminars on topics related to minority communities. Now our next news comes from sports section. So the first news in sports section is FINA World Cup Swimming Championship. In swimming, Indian swimmer Chahat Arora sets a national record in the women's 100-meter breaststroke at the FINA World Swimming Championships 2022 in Melbourne, Australia. FINA is the International Swimming Federation. Chahat Arora completed the 100-meter breaststroke race in 1 minute 13.13 seconds. Now second news from sports section. According to the World Athletics, Tokyo Olympic gold medalist javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra of India was the most written about track and field athlete in 2022, displacing the Jamaican legend Usain Bolt from the top list. The data collected by media analysis company Unicepta was cited by World Athletics, the global governing body of athletics. Now next news is from award and honor section. So the first news from this section is Sargam Kaushal wins Mrs. World 2022 title. Mrs. World 2022 Sargam Kaushal creates history as she finally won the Mrs. World 2022 title after 21 years while competing for India in the pageant. The 32-year-old won the competition in Las Vegas after defeating competitors from 63 other nations. Now next news from award and honors is PETA India 2022. Bollywood actress Sonakshi Sinha has been awarded PETA India 2022 Person of the Year title. Sonakshi's action helped save the lives of many animals killed for fashion, but her strong advocacy for dog and cat rights earned her the title. She is actively involved in animals' welfare activities and regularly voices out the need for stronger animal protection law. The International Animal Rights non-profit group endorsed the title and celebrated the action of the Dabang actress for saving animal lives in India. Next news from nationals. Vijay Divas celebrated in India to mark the victory of Bangladesh Liberation War. Nation celebrates Vijay Divas to commemorate India's victory over Pakistan in the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. On this day, the heroes who sacrificed their lives for war was remembered and tributes are paid to them. On 16 December 1971, the Chief of Pakistani Forces, General Amir Abdullah Khan Niazi, along with 93,000 troops, surrendered unconditionally to the Allied forces led by Lieutenant General Jagjit Singh Arora in Dhaka after their defeat. Next news from defense section is, so first news from defense section, India has successfully conducted night trials of nuclear capable ballistic missile Agni 5, capable of striking target at range more than 5,000 km with very high degree of accuracy. The missile test firing was conducted from APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the Odisha coast. This was the latest test in the Agni missile series. According to defense sources, the test was carried out to validate new technologies and equipment on the missile that are now lighter than before. Second news from defense section about INSV Tarini. Indian Navy sailboat INSV Tarini has set sail for an expedition to Cape Town, South Africa for participating in the 50th edition of Cape Town to Rio Race 2023. This ocean sailing race will be flagged off from Cape Town on 2nd January 2023 and will culminate at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The race is one of the most prestigious transatlantic ocean races. The expedition is being undertaken by an Indian Army crew of 5 officers, including 2 women officers. So our last 2 news from the science and technology section is, first is ISRO is doing to boost the use of NAVIC, India's version of GPS. To promote the use of navigation with the Indian constellation NAVIC, the Indian version of GPS, the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO will introduce the L1 frequency in all its future satellites. Now the second and last news, NASA launches international mission SWAT to survey Earth's water. The US National Aeronautics and Space Administration and the French Space Agency Centre National Etudes Spatiales CNES have jointly launched the newest surface water and ocean topography spacecraft to track nearly all the waters on the surface of the Earth. It was launched atop a SpaceX rocket from Space Launch Complex 4E at California's Vandenberg Space Force Base. It will remain operational for 3 years. So friends, that's all from this current affairs series. Hope this weekly current affairs series will be helpful for you.